Welcome to the Mary Mac Show, where we will be talking about your feelings, experiences, and pain following the death of a loved one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you find yourself in this entire world, I welcome you. So how are you doing today, my friend, my warrior? I certainly hope this week finds you well. So today I'd like to welcome listeners for the first time this week from the country of Peru. We are very glad you joined us, and we hope you will find your experience here helpful. We'd also like to remind you that gifts are available to remember those killed in the military and line of duty at the Mary Mac store, especially as we approach Memorial Day here in the United States. I encourage you to visit www.store.marymac.info and buy something nice for someone who means so much to you. So today, I'd like to talk to you about when you attend an event and you feel invisible. Now, sometimes when we are grieving the death of a loved one and we feel compelled to go to an event or a gathering, yet we really aren't able to fully express our happiness for someone because we're feeling so sad, we might find that we are going through the motions and feeling invisible. Everyone there seems quite cordial. They even come up to us and ask how you are doing. And you say, "I'm doing well, thanks." To which you respond, "And how are you doing?" And all they say is, "I'm doing well too, thank you." And that's the end of the conversation. It doesn't go any further. And it's all very disconcerting. I remember this scenario very well many times after I was grieving the death of a loved one. It's just so familiar. Someone comes up to you and asks how you're doing, and you respond with one line, and then you ask them how they're doing, and they respond with one line, and then the awkwardness creeps in, and mostly you just pause. And sometimes after the pause, one of you decides to get up and offer the other one something to drink, maybe coffee or some food, just to bypass the very awkward space when no one's really talking or caring about how you really are. Because if they really did want to know or hear how you were, and give you a little bit more time to delve into what's really going on with you for real, they may not know how to deal with the answer, and they may not know how to respond to that answer, so they don't want to delve in any deeper. It could put them in a very, very precarious situation that they don't want to be involved with. And then there are plenty of people who look at you and don't want to come over to you at all. Or you have a situation where younger people don't even know how to answer you when you greet them. Sometimes it's just quite bizarre. So exactly why am I explaining this to you? Well, because even after all these years and all these losses that I've endured, the one thing that I still have incredible trouble with is to be tolerant of people who are superficial. Superficial in their words, superficial in their actions, superficial in how they treat others. So if you attended different events in your family or in your partner's family, and you found what I found, you might ask yourself exactly, why am I doing this to myself? And you might find that you will continue to do this because you love your loved ones and you do it for them. But when you are first bereaved, chances are you won't have the strength or energy or the ability to tolerate this kind of nonsense. You watch from afar how people treat each other, and they haven't even had a significant death in their life that they're grieving for. You watch them go through the day or event superficially hugging one another with one arm only halfway around their back, not even touching the person's frame, instead of completely embracing them with both arms wrapped around them with kisses and affection. They never come close enough to kiss them on the cheek, and it's such a sad thing to see. It's bad enough when you see it with a friend or a neighbor or someone whom you're not that close with. But when you see it with their own brothers and sisters, parents and cousins, it just really stands out to me. Now, I'm sure there are many people who don't even think twice about this. This is how they were brought up, and they think this is perfectly natural and normal. But when you see people who completely embrace and love one another, you will definitely see the difference. Life is so very short. We never know when our last day on this earth will be. And I guess I just really wish that people could understand how important it is to embrace and love one another whom we claim to love. Because regret is one of the most difficult emotions to overcome. You just can't take back what you haven't done. And worse, what you never knew you could do to make your relationships that much more sweet. And embracing them and loving them fully and completely is such a simple task. So when you're at an event, even though you may be feeling invisible and very sad, because most people there do not understand you, take the time to grab them and hug them fully and make them feel that they are important in your life. It may be the first time anyone has ever embraced them at that level. And wouldn't that be wonderful? So now it's time to get up and dance, dance, dance. And I know you still think this is pretty silly, but just do it for me anyway, okay? Thank you for listening in today, and share my podcast with those who may benefit from this knowledge. Remember to write 5 things in your journal each night that you are grateful for. Please subscribe to my podcast and rate and review at www.themarymacshow.com. Sign up for my private email list there so we can stay in touch. And as always, remember to be happy because you deserve to. I'll speak with you again soon.